What's going on? This is your good boy Terry, and welcome to the Enlightened T Show. I want to thank everybody who been supporting. Y'all almost got my last news segment to 500 views, man. I highly appreciate that, man. If not, subscribe right now. Share with somebody. Tell somebody, even if it's your side chick or your side dude. Let them know, man. I could be that hour out their day that take their mind off of you. So I want to thank everybody again, and let's get straight to the show. First things first, I want to talk about an interesting story that I had to do some real deep diving in, and that is the Kai Cenat Cameraman situation. Now, if y'all not familiar with Kai Cenat, he is one of the biggest streamers out right now. Shout out to him. And his cameraman been in a little bit of news. Not even a little bit. It was a lot. It was all over YouTube. Okay, so the situation was he was testing an underage girl. She was 17 at the time. When they first met, she lied and said she was 19, which she should never lied in the first place. But I saw that and I'm like, ugh, like why? Just why? And at first, when they said Chris, I want to say, I ain't going to say which news outlet or whatever, but at first they had Chris from AMP as the person who they was talking about. But after doing some deep diving, nope, it wasn't him. And Chris commented on a post like, man, y'all got the wrong guy. And they had to take it down, take the picture. And I'm like, you see what happens when you just rush a story? See, this is why this show is called Manipulation and Misinformation. Because the misinformation that was given at that time probably could have hurt Chris' career from AMP. But everybody want to rush so fast and just break this story out and don't even know the details. And it's like, see? And then after doing some deeper investigation, so I tried to look up the guy named Chris, his cameraman that been with Kai for like years now. He's 22 now. The situation happened 2 years ago. Now, the information I got is he's actually 22 right now. When I saw, they made it seem like this boy was like 25, almost about to be 30. And I'm like, and you up here texting a 17-year-old all inappropriate things and stuff? Then find out he's 22 right now, right? So 2 years ago, he was 20 and she was 17. What is the big outrage about again? Like, I think people don't realize how far from reality people really are, right? Do you know they are around the same age to where they was in high school together? Like, if they was going to the same high school, they would have been in school together. If they was going to college, right? Don't you know some people go to college at 17 years old because their birthday is later in the year? So you could be a freshman at 17 and you can be almost, a junior when you 20? Sometimes sophomore, depending on what you are. And we're shaming him. Y'all calling him a pedo. Y'all went crazy on this little boy. And I'm just like, dawg, he was 20 years old. Like, what are we talking about? This is why we have to have these conversations. This is why. Because everybody want to push some agenda when really the age of consent is different in every state. We know that. I'm up here in Michigan. I think the age of consent is 16. I think Cali is like 18. I don't know Atlanta. Atlanta might be 17, but y'all catch my drift. Every state is different when it comes to the age of consent. So this boy still got the mindset of a little young man, like 18, 19, 20-year-old mindset. So he saw 17. He may not have looked at it like that because honestly, they would have been in school together. We ain't about to act like some of y'all super seniors in college that be 24, 25, be busting on these little freshmen that be 17, 18. Let's not act like y'all ain't never did that before. I know some. I know I was a freshman and was getting some seniors. It was some chicks that was busted open for a real one. Let's just be for real. So, man, y'all just be outraged about everything, man. And I saw Kai Cenat. I guess he had to do like a press release and he did a live or whatever. He was very emotional in that, crying and everything. And he even had to let go of the cameraman. And I'm just like, have we bullied this young man? Because Kai Cenat is like 22 as well or something like that. They are young. Like I'm 30, so they young. And to have him feel like he had to cry and talk, like this is like the end is crazy, man. Like honestly, if I was Kai, I would have never fired him. But y'all pressured Kai into doing something that he really didn't want to do, but he felt like he was forced to because of these social media bullies or whatever the case might be. And sometimes it be bots. And I'm like, y'all be so quick to judge, right? But some of y'all stuff stank. When I say stank, some of y'all stuff stank. And I ain't talking about your breath. Sometimes it's that. I'm talking about your household and them skeletons that's in them closet. Y'all act like y'all ain't do a lot of stuff out here. Let's not. Y'all wrong on so many levels. I really can't believe this was really a story. And y'all was blowing it up. And a lot of y'all bloggers and journalists, content creators, y'all need to issue an apology. If that's the correct age, in which what I saw, that is his age. He's 22 right now. And back in, 2 years ago, he's 20. Like, y'all outraged over what? I did not see this same outrage when Tiger was hanging out with Kylie. And Tiger might be older than me. She was 17 hanging around with, Tiger might have been, 26 at that time or something like that? Man. Hey, Kai, man. You didn't have to do it, bro. I'm telling you, sometimes you got to stand on business, man. You have to. If you keep caping to these people that's always trying to bully you into doing something that you don't want to do and you know it's the right thing, man, it's going to be a long career. But I understand. You streamer of the year. Get to the bag, my boy. I mess with Kai. I've been messing with Kai for years, way before he was. I was like, man, look at this little young, energetic guy. I think I started noticing Kai when he first went to college or something. I saw his videos. And I'm like, he just full of energy. And to see where he grown now, yeah, man. So shout out to Kai. Y'all need to apologize. Misinformation, as usual, because y'all want to be the first ones to do. This is going to be a great show because I'm going to show y'all how the social media outlets manipulate y'all all the time. And that's why I always don't comment first. That's why, because I've been through that. I was one of them ones that commented on something without knowing the full context or whatever. And I had to issue an apology. So that after that, I said, you know what? I'll report on it, but I'm going to say everything is alleged until I find out the truth. Because y'all really don't know. Y'all don't. Just like the Paris Olympics boxer who y'all was going crazy over. Woo! Let's talk about it. I don't know if y'all heard about the boxer who allegedly, Iman Khalif. When I tell y'all, I thought this woman was a trans, right? This whole time, thinking like she a trans. And, you know, when you see, oh, this person had XY chromosome, that's the first thing you'll think about, like, oh, man, this man and a woman, sports, all bad, right? Because she was boxing girl. I think, what, the the match ended in like 45 seconds, something like that. She was like, nah, them hits must have been crazy. But anywho, she was boxing the girl, and it comes to find out after the match that she had testosterone, right? So I had to do some research, look up some videos and stuff. And indeed, correct, you could be a woman and have testosterone. Now, it is very, very rare. Like, very rare. Like, I forgot how many cases of this. Actually, this is not even the first time this has happened. I want to say this happened in 1996 when Atlanta hosted the Olympics there, and it was a track and field runner, and they tried to say she wasn't a woman neither. I forgot about that situation per se, but I'm going to stick to this one. I know all the facts in this one. And when I say y'all owe that woman apology, y'all really do, man. Y'all went crazy on her without even knowing the full context. Media, blogs, all type of stuff just going crazy. It got so bad the father even had to issue a statement. And then he was all sad. And then when you find out where she really came from, like the country, she had a rough upbringing. When I say rough, I mean rough. And in a country, they don't play that. Hey, I know a lot of y'all be talking mess about the U.S. and how bad it is over here. But when I tell y'all, y'all are free to do a lot of things and get away with it here. Over in other countries, nope. You know, they'll try to stone you if you try to be like a trans person in that country. I think it's Algeria or something like that. Now, let me tell you how the media manipulated y'all, right? Because I have more conservative views, and I feel like I lean towards conservatives majority of the time, especially when it comes to politics. The conservatives tried to flip this, though, and make this like she was a trans woman, and this is what Kamala Harris and the Biden administration are trying to do. They okaying it, which I will agree with them to a certain extent. They haven't fully came out and said that, but I think they would be okay with it. But they tried to use that against the Democratic Party, but at the same time, you didn't apologize for mentioning her as less than a woman when, in fact, this professional boxer was a woman. But you see how they manipulate it and try to flip it on them? That's why I said this show is manipulation and misinformation. I'm sorry. And you see how you can put out misinformation and then manipulate the media? You see how you can do that? Just that quick. You know, everybody was calling that woman a trans, and you know, not one blog, not one news segment said an apology yet. But everybody using it for their political views, though. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is why I say, look at the policies, look at what they're trying to give you, and look at multiple news outlets on it. You see, a lot of people do, they look at one link and that's it. That's just supposed to be the truth. I mean, really, you're supposed to fact check everything, but I can tell a lot of y'all ain't write no papers or none of that. And I hate writing papers. Let's get that understood. English was not my strong suit. I'm still trying to learn how to communicate with people to this day because that was never my strong suit. But, man, it's just crazy, man. That's why I stay on my P's and Q's, because as soon as somebody says something, as soon as I see a media outlet or a content creator, whatever, I got to fact check this, because they'll spew out they'll say some real stuff like 90, 95% of the time, but that 5% just be off, and you thinking like, oh, you feel me? It'd be like the main thing you agreeing with, but really it'd be false. So that's why you got to do the research, man. Quit relying on people to do it for you. Like I said, I apologize to that woman. I mean, until we specifically hear some news about her being anything other than a woman, y'all owe that woman an apology, man. All of y'all, everybody. Because I ain't seen nobody send out no apologies. And to be honest, ain't even a good boxer like that. Okay at best. I mean, it ain't like she got a great record. So, I tell you, like, maybe ain't the best, woman or man, whatever the case, But I want to apologize for that. So, this is how they spin it on y'all, though, man. It's crazy, man. When I tell y'all, this whole, election has been the most toxic and just, I'm almost ready to get this over with. Because this has just been too much. My head just been like, oh, man, I got to read this. I got to read that. I'm just ready for it to be over with, man, because everybody be lying. Everybody trying to create their narrative. Now, I say this, it is one party that's lied more than everybody else. But we're going to dig into some of that today, some of it. But, yeah, y'all owe that woman an apology, okay? Not a trans, until further notice. All righty, the next, I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I understand there's been a lot of politics talking or whatever, but there has been quite a few embezzlement cases going on around here. One was in Detroit, right? And that's my city, man. Detroit was the deal. So one person say they embezzled $40 million. I'm going to say that again. One person embezzled $40 million. A man for who years controlled the finances of a group that has turned Detroit Riverfront into a popular attraction was charged Wednesday with embezzling tens of millions of dollars. William Smith routinely used money from the Detroit Riverfront. Really? I ain't know that. Okay. To pay her credit card bills for travel, hotel. See, my bad. Let me finish. Travels, hotels, limousine, household goods, clothing, and jewelry, according to a criminal complaint unsealed in federal court. Y'all be stealing. Y'all just get greedy. Y'all get greedy. At first, I already hate a thief. And have I took some before? Yes, when I was a kid. I was wrong, I got my butt whooped. I remember I stole a couple movies or whatever. My mom caught me, and yeah. So I ain't saying I ain't never stole none, which ain't right, but this is crazy, man. 40 million. And I guess this was from 2011 when he started this, all the way to May of this year. 40 million, that's a lot of them. I'm trying to figure out, how do you get away with all of that? That's what I'm trying to see. Who be doing, I guess he must have been doing the books or something like that, because I just don't get how some people be missing. That's a lot of money, man. How y'all be missing that? And of course, it's a nonprofit. This is why sometimes I can't support certain nonprofit, because I be like, y'all really be spending that money when it's supposed to be an initiative for something good. I don't get it, man. Y'all make it hard for people to invest in nonprofit. I want to say Black Lives Matter was a nonprofit, if I'm not mistaken. You see what happened with that. Spending all their money. They was living lavish. What was that? They was in Cali or something like that? Living lavish, had security. They up here paying they family member to do security. I mean, it was just crazy. They was spending so much money. I think they was paying their spousals or baby daddy's money, because they was ran by, of course, women. And that's crazy, man. Oh, y'all think that's the only nonprofit? Oh, let's go to this nonprofit in San Francisco, though. A former executive director of San Francisco nonprofit was arrested Tuesday of dozens of felony charges related to misusing over $700,000 of public funds, the San Francisco District Attorney Office said. Kyra Worthy. Ooh, I thought that was Kim Worthy's sibling or something. You feel me? I guess she's a resident of Richmond. She's been charged with misappropriating public money, grand theft by embezzlement, submitting fraudulent invoices, wage theft, and writing fraudulent checks. Golly, she was not playing. 48-year-old woman. Oh, so the nonprofit was aimed at enhancing safety and crime prevention in San Francisco through community organizations. So you up here stealing money that was supposed to be helping people be safe and everything, And I don't know if y'all been looking at Cali. That is a hell hole. Y'all California residents, y'all can be mad at me. I don't care. California is a hell hole, bro. Businesses are leaving. I mean, freaking what? Elon Musk just took SpaceX out of there. The headquarters, they going to Texas now. It has been so much stuff going on in Cali. When I talk about people been going in stores, ripping them off, I mean, just taking whatever they want to and running up out of it. And they just caught, a few of them. So they're going to be charged, but I think it was only like 5 or 6 of them they caught. That was a whole mob of people. How y'all only catch 5 or 6 of them? But I know some of them going to snitch. I mean, it wouldn't be America if nobody ain't snitch, right? And get some less time to get everybody else convicted, right? I'm just saying. I don't even think them dudes gonna do some hard time because people been doing that, man. And they just been letting them just go by the wayside and do whatever they want to. Man, that's crazy what's be going on in Cali, dog. That is crazy. But yeah, man, you got these nonprofits, organizations that be stealing people money. You thinking you don't, because a lot of nonprofits, at least to what I be knowing, it's supposed to be helping the community for the most part. So how is you taking the funds and you funding pretty much your own lifestyle? We all talk about we want to do better for the community and all that and put money into the community, but it's so many people that be taking it. And then y'all want people, like I said, me, my boy Mark, my cousin Kiki, they all in the school system. I got Corey, shout out to his nonprofit. I want to say Sky the Limit. Yeah. And y'all want us to go back to that stuff, go back to the hood. And I don't got no problem with going back to the hood because, I'll still be down there. You feel me? Because Detroit is coming up. I can't speak for California, you feel me? Have y'all seen Oakland? Oakland look crazy. It's so bad in Cali that Governor Gavin Newsom just put out an APB where all the homeless people got to clear out the streets. Rich. What's kind of crazy to me because I've been hearing y'all been having a homeless problem for a long. Even when I went to Cali, it was a lot of homeless people everywhere, and that was years ago. I can only imagine now. They got camps and stuff set up. Of course, they up here supporting the migrant crisis. I'm gonna break this migrant crisis down to y'all to a T. That way, we don't even gotta talk about it like that no more, because a lot of y'all are trying to make it seem like Kamala Harris wasn't responsible for this, but I'm gonna show y'all. Tonight, I'm gonna show y'all. And yeah, man, another woman stealing money. You feel me? It's always our own. We always talk about somebody suppressing us and somebody holding us down, and we got people like this who's taking it from us. where cops are down like 2,000-3,000 in the state of California. That's how many they need. And that's unfortunate, man, because she could have used that money to really help out there, because it's like, I saw flat out shootouts down there, dog. Like, people getting deleted, people up here getting a house ran in, door kicked. Crime is crazy in California, man, especially in Oakland. Oh, I don't know what's going on in Oakland, but they need to clean that up immediately. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Oakland A's just got sold today. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Oakland A's got sold today. So I hope California can get back, but it don't look like it, man. And y'all got the worst governor. I don't care what nobody say. That man is the worst governor in the history of governors that I know. I'm almost glad Gavin Newsom wasn't running, because if he was running, y'all ain't got to worry about me at all, ever. Ever, 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 ever want to listen to a Democrat ever again. If Gavin Newsom is y'all representation, y'all don't ever, ever got to worry about me listening to y'all at all. He's so terrible. He is trash, man. I don't know how y'all do it out there. But yeah, man, nonprofits, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to do better, man. It's so many people out here that are literally losing their lives to the violence out here, man. Losing their lives. Did y'all see the Kamala Harris when she was in Atlanta and she brought out Megan Thee Stallion? That's crazy, man. Like, no, what? Before we get to that, I want to talk about Trump and when he went to the, NABJ, National Black Journalists Association. So it's NBJA. When I tell y'all, journalism ain't what it used to be, at least for what I used to see back in the day. And I was never really big on like media and stuff, but I think they dropped the ball. I think they should have asked him more about policies more than what he said about a candidate or whatever like that. And with this, I'm starting to see bias when it comes to media. Like, I never really witnessed like what really be going on, but I be wondering why like Fox be going hard on Kamala Harris, but CNN and is it CNN? ABC definitely one that be going hard on Trump. You could tell what I'm trying to get at. You could tell which news outlets are really a conservative and the liberals. Like, you could really tell, like, bad. I mean, it's bad. But back to that story. Yeah, man, I think the lady in the blue, I think her name is Jasmine Crockett. You know, I can tell she's a Harris supporter. You can definitely tell that. And I think she could have really did a great job if she would have stuck to the point of asking him about the policies or whatever. But I can tell there was agenda there. I can tell. She was sent there to ask them tough questions or whatever. And, you know, I guess she did what she was supposed to do. I mean, I feel like that's what she was supposed to do down there. And for me, if I'm interviewing somebody, I'm not about to start off like that. Like, I want the guest to be as comfortable as possible, even if I disagree with them a lot. I want you to be as comfortable as possible. That way, when we do have a back and forth, you know I'm at least trying to have the conversation. You feel me? At the least. You feel me? Starting off like saying, you know, a lot of people didn't want you to be there, where it's a lot of black people that like Trump. I'm sorry to say that, y'all. It is black people that like Trump. Look at it. So for you to go straight down there and say that, it was like, or I don't know. I wasn't down there, so maybe she'll know better than me. But from what I see on the internet, it's so bad because when you talk to somebody in real life, they can't even say like they're a Trump supporter or they're a Harris supporter because everybody trying to cancel each other. Everybody trying to dox somebody and all that, which I totally disagree with. Like I just saw something where this woman, I guess she was mocking Kamala Harris and she lost like almost 400,000 on TikTok because she was mocking her or whatever. And then she had to come up with an apology story and all that, saying she voted for Kamala. It was just a joke and we gotta army up and we gotta do this and we gotta do that. We gotta make sure we actually go out and vote. And I'm like, you can't even say who you want to vote for no more without you being doxxed or canceled. Like, we talk about it's a lot of gatekeepers out here. Do that not seem like you're gatekeeping? If somebody got a different opinion of you, like we all say we want to support black owned, but when it comes to black owned, if you don't get in line or be a good old boy, as they would say, then you're going to get doxxed. And I don't like that, man. I don't. I feel like we should all be able to express ourselves. Now, I ain't trying to say we got to act violently or anything of that nature because I don't agree with that at all. But we can sit down and have hard conversations. You can be liberal than a mug on this side. Somebody could be conservative on this time. And we can still be friends at the end of the day if that's what we chose to do. It shouldn't just be like, oh, you this way, I can't mess with you. Or you this way, oh, so now I got to not support your business no more. Like, so what you're saying is it's conditions to your support. Okay. But yeah, in my take, I think they could have got a lot done in that interview, but it wasn't. And of course, Trump. I ain't gonna lie, Trump funny, man. He know how to get in the news. He just know how to. He just know. Like he got this down to a T. Cause it was all Harris. And then I'm talking about even after Trump attempted assassination, when Harris got on the ballots, we forgot all about that. And then he got right back in the news cycles for that. Just for that interview alone. Like this man, he knows. He know how to get to y'all, man. He know. Did he get some votes from that? I don't know. But we'll see how this all play out, man. Like I said, we gotta know what Harris policies are, but I see some of it starting to come out. And some of that stuff is from the Biden administration, which, if you know me, I am not a fan of this Biden administration at all. At all. I do not like the policies. I ain't gonna say it ain't no policies I don't like. But overall, I think Biden policies was trash. Trash. Now, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt because she could be different, but after who she just hired has her vice presidency, man, come on now. Tim Walz. And I didn't know who he was at first, right? I'm like, okay, she got Tim Walz. I thought it was going to be Gavin Newsom because I was like, they both in Cali. But then I heard two California candidates can't run on the same ballot. I was like, oh, thank God. Because it was no way I wasn't going to even listen to the Democratic Party if he was on the ballot at all. But when I say Tim Walz, I ain't too far behind. Like, why she didn't pick Ben Shapiro? Like, why? And you know you need these swing states, and he... I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Tim Walz, he ain't it. He ain't it. He's almost Gavin Newsom 2.0. He almost. He's right there, man. Yeah, that man. Nope. Not having it. Nope. Y'all might as well brought Megan back to twerk again. Now, Megan did look good. I ain't gonna lie. But for y'all to have her up there twerking at a convention like that, it just shows you how much they are willing to exploit the black woman for this presidency spot. Because ain't no way it is so many beautiful, bright-minded black women out here that could have said something at the convention, that could have spoke highly. But the main thing that we remember is Megan twerking, man. I mean, Trump and them had Amber Rose, and we know Amber Rose was around. She got around, but when I say she was very articulate and she spoke at that Republican convention, hey, say what y'all want to say about her. I was shocked. And she has some valid points. So, hey, man, all I know is for the Democrats, it ain't looking too hot. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't. With all this stuff. Because Tim, he's for gender affirming. I just don't get this gender affirming stuff. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why? Like, I don't care if you could be whatever you want to be. I don't even care at this point. But you can't force it on us to say, oh, yeah, you are this, you are that. Like, I'll call you whatever name you want to be called. Like, if you want to be called Samantha, I'll call you Samantha because that's your name. You feel me? But you can't just force me to say, like, oh, this is a woman or this is a man because they said it so. Or because they're transitioning and they're taking the proper steps to do it. I think that's wrong, man. You shouldn't force that on people. Especially when I already don't care what you do, but you can't tell me like, yeah. And I think it's bad for kids. You shouldn't be showing this to kids as well. You feel me? Let them make that choice as they growing up. Or if their parents are teaching them one thing, you shouldn't be in schools teaching them another, like they're doing in California. But yeah, Tim Walz, I don't agree with him on gender affirming. I definitely don't agree with him where he raised taxes on certain. Listen, I understand taxes are high. Trust me, I paid them. But in order to keep some of these companies in these states, we're going to have to do a better job, man. We're going to have to do a better job at really working with these companies because they bringing in most of the jobs. They employ most people. So I just don't. Yeah, he raised taxes on big corporations, but big corporations, even though some might be greedy, they still employ most people because most people can't come out here and create a job for themselves because a lot of people are lazy. And then on top of that, that's a lot. Creating a job for yourself, being an entrepreneur, a lot of hard work, man. A lot. So, with saying that, I don't agree with his policies, man. At all. So, oh yeah. And his migrant, listen. I've been talking about this migrant stuff for quite some time now. When I say quite some time, I'm talking about probably a little over 2 years now. When I start telling people about it, like, man, it's a lot of migrants coming over here. That's what was coming on my timeline and stuff like that. And then when I tell y'all, this man is giving them free license and free schooling for illegal immigrants that comes over there in Minnesota where he's at. What? Like, are you serious? Dude, it is people that been living here their whole life, born and raised Americans. They don't even get free schooling. You telling me somebody that snuck in here got the opportunity to get Social Security, well, not Social Security, let me take that back. They get bridge cards and stuff like that, though. They get money. They get housed. And that come out of our taxpaying dollars? Man, please. Listen, for all y'all that talking all this migrant stuff now, I've been talking this. I've been telling y'all, like, dog, we need to cut down on some of this stuff. We need to do the borders. I ain't gonna lie. When Trump first said, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna build the wall up, I was like, why they gonna build the wall up? I was what, like 21, 22 at the time when Trump was running for office. And I was like, nah, man, that's bold and all that, not even knowing. Then once I started doing my research, and I was like, oh, nah, we need to throw that wall up, because I ain't know that many people was coming in here illegally. I ain't know that many people are still illegal that been here for years. So they work in these jobs, and I know because I live in Detroit, so I seen them. I seen a lot of them take a lot of jobs. Some of them get paid under the table, but they taking these jobs. Now, a lot of people going to be like, oh, these jobs that we don't want as Americans. Okay, that might be the parents, but the kids going to grow up and take your job. So, with that being said, when it comes to the migrant policies, his are just as terrible as Kamala Harris. Just as terrible. I'm going to give y'all a story. Because everybody was saying, oh, man. I remember in my chat, not in my chat, I post my videos on TikTok, following Enlighten T on TikTok and Instagram. And somebody was in my comments like, they asked me, what city you live in? Because you talking about this migrant stuff. And then he up here trying to tell me that we don't pay for that. I said, are you a fool? What you mean? Taxes, property taxes. Why y'all think they keep raising property taxes on us? Why y'all think these landlords keep raising rents on us? Because they want to pass down the cost to us when it comes to their property taxes. But he don't even know, and he just want to argue, and he all in my comments, like, yeah, girl, yeah, trying to get some from a chick or whatever, but she ain't looking at you at all. You said all this, and she ain't respond to your chat. Looking like a fool. Anywho, I'm going to show y'all today how the migrant crisis, these open borders, has messed with us financially. Here in Michigan, in the city of Troy. Now, Troy is the suburbs of Detroit. 5 arrested in a Troy home invasion believed linked to international crime ring. Damn, $1 million bond each for all of them? Ooh-wee. Well, in so many words, I guess it's been a ring of these people that is going around in Metro Detroit, right? And what they're doing is crazy. They're going in these houses, they're mess them up, or they're claiming that's theirs or whatever, because it is very hard to kick somebody out your house even when you pay for it, because that's one law they definitely got to get rid of. That squatters law, they got to do better with that. I hate that squatter stuff. And yeah, they going around just going in people's home, ransacking it and all that. And they said this is just some of the people that's caught. This is not all. So what they saying is Where did they come from? That was the good part. That was the Venezuela. You know what? Venezuela must have had. We're gonna get to Venezuela in a minute. But yes, this is what I'm talking about. When people be like, oh, it don't affect you per se, this is affecting us because this is not all of the houses. They said they still working on this. So you mean to tell me we letting these people in our country, they getting free everything, free house and all that, and you got criminals coming over here, messing up our community, messing up the housing unit, messing up property. This is in Troy, Michigan. This is where everybody was like, oh, it's not going to affect you. How it's not? What, you think you so far removed from it? You don't know who's here. You don't even know how many illegal immigrants are even here right now as we speak. We don't know. Nobody have the specific number, but I know it's at least 10 million. You see what happens when the wrong person get elected to watch the borders? And if I'm lying, I'm flying. And Kamala Harris, in one of her statements, when she was running in the 2020 race, she even said herself she wants to make all the illegal immigrants that are here legal citizens of the United States of America. So if she was supposed to be the border czar and the borders had been open, right? And now we got all these people coming in, and guess where they're coming? Majority of the time, they're coming in black neighborhoods. Chicago, Oakland, New York, where's Denver? They everywhere. Texas. A lot of them are in black neighborhoods. But nobody ain't talking about that though. You see how this specifically affects you? Because everybody kept saying it's only going to affect the ones that live in them cities. But look at me. I'm in Michigan, Detroit. And look what's going on. You see, y'all don't want this person to take accountability for nothing, for the things that they did. She was wrong for this, and now we are paying for it. And like I said, I don't even know how many of them are even doing this. You want to know what another issue is? The Canada Bridge, the border crossing, right? They said it's even more migrants that snuck through Canada to New York. They say it was about what? Let me see. They said just from Canada alone, they think it's about 13,000. And we got the Canada Bridge right here in Detroit. So I can only imagine how many of them is over here, and we just don't know about it. We don't. And it's supposed to be another surge of migrants whenever they had the DNC, the convention for the Democrats. It's supposed to be another surge of migrants coming from down south to Chicago. And they getting debit cards, they getting EBT. And then they're gonna lie to you and say, this how they're gonna lie. That's why I say this how they manipulate you. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, right? He signed something to where they're not gonna be paying as much as they were paying on illegal immigration that's coming in their city, right? So he was like, oh, you see, it's actually costing us less to do this, and it's going to take y'all taxes down. It was about 7 million. What about the other millions $500 billion that y'all have spent on illegal immigration. What about that money? Don't tell me about it's only going to be 7.2 million right now when you already spent down there $1 billion, maybe even over already in the past. You see what I be saying? We don't be wanting to talk about this stuff. They try to manipulate you and misinform. Oh my God. I just hate what's going on right now. Because people will see one thing and believe it's true, and without even doing the research. Pull it up. I'm on the internet right now. I'm on the internet. NYC expands food debit card program to include 7,300 migrants. What are we talking about? Do y'all know they up here paying people that own some of these buildings every day that is housing migrants? How is that possible? They choosing who they want to give their money to fund and stuff to. To me, the people that own some of these buildings, hotels, whatever the case might be, y'all just as wrong because y'all promoting it. You see how you will pimp out your people just for $1. You'll sell your people out just for a quick $1. When we got people that been living here for years, they might have mental issues. They might be veterans from the war. It's some people that just down on their hard times and y'all wouldn't even help them out. I'm talking about the city, like Eric Adams and stuff. Because nope, it's a lot of homeless people. And I ain't talking about homeless from illegal immigration. I'm talking about homeless for people that's actual citizens of this country. Y'all wrong, bro. Y'all are wrong. Then to make it so bad, this was an official receipt. If y'all ain't looked at it, look up NYC migrant receipt. It's a receipt that's floating around here, and it looked very legit. Very. Do y'all know this woman was standing behind this other woman? She said she was a migrant. I ain't gonna say what country because I really don't know. She wasn't from here. She wasn't American, right? Do y'all know she left her receipt right there? Because they don't know to take it with them and all that. It's a whole different country. You know what the balance was on the bridge card alone? We talk about food stamps. Because I just told y'all they giving cars to illegal immigrants in the state of New York. In New York. $13,000 in food stamps. $5,000 in cash. Y'all mean to tell me that they're getting down there $20K a month? This is frustrating, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, this is so frustrating. Everything is so high here. Everybody's complaining. Everybody number one complaint is how inflation is fucking up everybody. Fucking everybody up. Ain't mean to tell me somebody who ain't never done nothing for this country. Somebody who probably would never even get drafted if that was the case. Somebody who never paid taxes. Somebody who ain't never built nothing here. You get $20K a month? Eric Adams, he one of the worst mayors too. And these are all Democratic states and cities I be talking about too. You see, it's like a current theme about them. They all Democratic. They all got some stuff going on in these cities and states. 20K is crazy, bro. I don't think I never even saw this before. Y'all are literally giving these people resources that you wouldn't even give your own. There are vets that come here every day. They're sleeping on the streets and y'all won't even help them. But y'all talk about universal health care. Y'all talk about y'all want to help the people that's behind. How were y'all giving it to people that wasn't even here? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. For y'all to not even think about if y'all wanted to vote conservatively or not is crazy. And I'm still open to voting for whoever, even though my mind is kind of already set of who I'm going to vote for. It's kind of already set. Like I said, maybe, somebody can shock me. Or the other party mess around and drop the ball. Who knows? But I'm fair. Like I said, my mind already made up, but my decision will be made in October for sure. Without a doubt. And we shouldn't get bullied into voting for whoever. We should all be having our own mind. We all should be having our own, we should be. Everybody talk about freedom of speech, bro, until they don't want to hear it. Everybody say, oh, I should be able to say whatever. But then, like I said, you want to cancel somebody, though. I could just go on with all this migrant stuff. When I say I can go on and on and on, I could just go on. We've been paying too much on these migrants. We are in multiple wars now that honestly, I don't even know why we in some of this stuff. Iran about to attack somebody and now we about to get it. We just sent troops over there and it's like, how can we fund all of this stuff if we ain't got no money? We ain't got no money, but we about to fund some wars? You mean to tell me we sending brothers and sisters over there for a war that we don't even know what we over there doing it for? The Fed said they gonna cut inflation by like 0.25%, but I wonder how much that's gonna be. Because that can either spike up interest rates or it can stay the same. We don't know. I mean, the market just dropped tremendously. What, trillions of dollars? Freaking one of them billionaires just took out like 200-something billion in a stock. Everybody freaking out, but this could be a time for people to buy. I had some stocks, but I'm not the person who you should be listening to because I'm still learning it myself. But this might be a buying time for people. Who knows? But I think it's a correction. It's either a correction of the market or it's gonna be that one word that everybody's scared to say. And I ain't gonna say it because I don't want my platform to be messed up. But y'all know what it is. Go back to one of Young Jeezy albums, man. He was talking about it crazy. You feel me? Everybody talking about what they call it, Bidenomics or whatever it's called. Y'all know they were supposed to create like 185,000 jobs this month, but they only made 112. And people are out here getting freaking their job taken away. Layoffs are coming. Not even coming. They're here. I think Intel was wiped out like 13 2,000 positions. Everybody's job is up in the air. I mean, I was literally just reading about Stellantis, right? Stellantis CEO just came out and said he don't know what's gonna go on with this when it comes to Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler. He don't know what's going on. I heard, well, this is the fact that we know. They're trying to buy out some of the, what is it? Who are they trying to buy out? Oh, they're trying to buy out salary workers. But when I was talking to people when they was in that 2007, 2008 recession, they was talking about buyouts, and some people took the buyout and some people didn't. And some people was laid off for a very long time because they closed them plants down. And it feel like it's going like that. I mean, Stellantis lost 48% of their net income from a year ago. 48%. All the recalls that's coming from it. I mean, if y'all don't see the writing on the wall, these corporations are losing money. Now, some corporations are up, but like the auto industry, it's about to be a mass correction, man. I hope people ready, man. I got to get myself ready. I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, I got to rework some things out. I ain't gonna lie, man, because it's just me. I ain't even got a family. And that's how expensive it is. So when they say all these jobs and stuff, and Biden had all these jobs doing his, but now look, you see, when you talk too fast, you always catch your lip. When you talk too fast, you bite your lip, you bite your tongue because you want to talk too fast. When you should have just shut up. Buy the economy. Okay. Everybody wondering what's going to happen with this money. Where are they money going? Because property taxes has just rose. Car insurance up. It's the Biden economy, right? Man, it's about to get ugly out here, man. It's about to get ugly. Shoot, and he just did a prisoner swap too. Shout out to the Americans for coming back here. Russia just fleeced us though. Everybody talk about United States won. Won what? What trade is y'all talking about? They got everybody who they wanted. And y'all forgot about the trade that happened last year or 2 years ago. Did y'all forget about the merchant of death getting traded for Brittany Griner? Y'all forgot about that, huh? Man, come on, man. Listen, this Biden administration got to go. If Kamala Harris can get a different administration and get different views, maybe she'll have a shot. But with how Biden was running it, nope. It ain't going to work. All I'm saying is, I don't care who y'all vote for. I don't care your political stance on things. You got to vote for who you think gonna have the best economy for you and your family, plus the rest of us Americans. Don't just think for yourself. Think for the whole country. You feel me? And whoever you vote for, I'm cool with that. But don't just vote for somebody just because they supposedly look like you. Where have that gotten us? They ain't got us nowhere. We had Barack. They ain't get us nowhere. I ain't seen a bill for black people since, we had the right to vote down there? Man, this is... Yeah, man. This is... People, get ready. Get ready. Because I think whoever get in office, it's going to get ugly before it get better. That's just my take on it, man. Like I said, if you like this video, you like this segment, hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Tell somebody. I keep telling y'all to tell y'all freaking baby daddy, tell your side piece, tell them something, because I know you get tired of them. Tell them to come subscribe to Lane T. I'm going to give an hour of my time, and they might learn something from this. And hopefully they do the research of what I'm saying, because I could be off. I could be looking at some wrong news outlet that could be giving me bad information. Like I said, with the Kai Cenat thing, all intents and purposes, I think his right age is 22, but he might be in his mid-20s, late 30s. Who knows? And if he is, he wrong. But if he was 20 at the time texting his 17-year-old, y'all overblew it. Y'all overblown that conversation, man. This is crazy, man. Listen, this whole election, can't wait for it to be over. Michiganders, I hope y'all went out and vote for whoever going to be the Senate and the House of Representatives candidates. So, shout out. I already know who I'm voting for. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I'm going for Mike Rogers. Ain't even enough for me to talk about. So, you know. But yeah, man. This is Allege T. Tell your favorite person. Tell your sneaky link. Tell somebody. And tell them to tell a friend too. I appreciate y'all for liking, sharing, subscribing, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace.